Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jack to take a maternity test. Steffy helps John Finn come to a consummation about his parents. Meanwhile, Liam begs Bill to come clean. Lee compared Luna DNA with Tom liver. The two weren't a match. Lee tried defying Penelope Poppy about Jack being Luna's father. Still, Poppy would not confirm or deny anything. That led to Lee demanding the verity from Jack when he showed up at her office. While Poppy stands firm in fear next to a confused Jack, Lee asks if he sired Luna. At first, Jack says that Lee isn't making sense. That seems to just piss her off indeed more. Lee to give Jack a DNA test. Jack seems not to flash back ever sleeping with Poppy. So, what if that DNA test comes out positive? For some reason, I'm wondering if Poppy's mints factor into this plot. It's been a while since the magical mints were mentioned. While Poppy gave them up, perhaps it caused Jack to forget he slept with Poppy. Steffy and Finn will have a heart-to-heart. Steffy ends up helping Finn make a consummation about his parents. Finn thinks that there's nothing worse than what Jack formerly did to Lee. By begetting a child with Sheila Carter, what's Finn going to say if he learns that Jack is Luna's real father? How will that change effects for everyone involved? Liam to defy Bill. Liam will demand to know the true reason why Bill is spending so important time working from home. Still, it's not like Bill can fluently explain why he's hiding Luna in his manse. So, how will the verity come out and how will Bill explain his way out of this bone? We formerly know that Jack is on his way back into city. His partner Lee has just indicted her family, Poppy, of having an affair with Jack, and judging by the look on Poppy's face, it's true. Now, the real question is whether or not Jack is in fact Luna's real father. One thing is for certain, if Poppy tells you anything at each, you're going to need to double-check to be sure it's true. It has been a time of falsehoods from her. First she hoped that Bill was Luna's pater, but also it had to be Tom. Now we know, thanks to Lee testing the DNA herself, that Tom isn't the daddy. That appears to leave Jack as a likely contender. Will Jack admit to an affair with Poppy? And indeed, if he does he realize he could be Luna's natural father? Was it a long-held secret? Or is he going to be just as stupefied as everyone differently? Has Poppy prevaricated to him too? I mean, is there any reason to believe that she hasn't prevaricated to him? There's one other possibility. Jack and Lee's espoused son, John Finn, was in council when Luna was conceived. Poppy was living with his family at the time and we've formerly verified that she likes her special mints and other medicines. What if she introduced Finn to commodity he wouldn't typically take and they ended up in bed? The Finn that we know now would no way touch any kind of medicines, but as a fairly naive council sprat, he might have. If Finn were actually Luna's father, that would add indeed more layers to the drama and dysfunction that's formerly whirling. Before getting arrested, Luna was holding Finn's woman, Steffy, in a pen. Finn and Steffy have been through a world of pain and problems formerly, and ever the couple has survived it all. But could they get through Luna being Finn's son? It sounded like sisters Poppy and Lee had put the history behind them after Luna killing spree. But hold on to your headdresses because a new maternity test blows all that to heck. Cleaner stager Ted King lets suckers known on his Instagram account that Jack Finnegan is back on the oil. Finn father, a part for which he won the annual Daytime Emmy Awards Outstanding Guest Performer in a Daytime Drama Series in 2022. King posted a print of himself in front of Television City where B&B Flicks and identified, "So thankful Jack is back." A lot of mayhem will post-date on your defenses over the coming many days. Happy we were suitable to shoot these scenes before the recent Los Angeles catastrophes. We're going to go out on a branch and prognosticate that Jack will be named as Luna's natural father. Lee told Poppy, "You wouldn't let any of us know who knocked you up all those times agone." The statement came after Lee tested Tom Starr's donation, rejected liver plus a blood sample of Luna's. Lee lashed out at Poppy. Tom Starr isn't Luna's father, Penelope. I suppose we both know who Luna's father really is, do'n't we, Penelope? Which is where Jack comes by. As well as the umpteenth maternity test which has come up with different results at different times. Oy vey. Suckers had guessed long ago that Jack could be Luna's pater. Grounded on the timeline of Luna's generality and Jack's wretched character. He sired Finn with Sheila and the baby was espoused by Lee and Jack. Now it looks like Jack has another child he may or may not know about. Ridge just got some uplifting news from Justin, so let's dive into their rearmost phone discussion. In the occasion that vented on January 17th, Ridge was easily excited by the details Justin was participating from the other side of the call. After telling Justin that it was inconceivable news, he encouraged the attorney to keep pushing, because he still wants Hope and Carter out of his office. Though it was a transitory moment, that discussion could prove to be relatively important. Had this scene been drafted else, Ridge might have replied to disappointing news by snapping at Justin to ameliorate his sweats. Rather, it's apparent that Justin is formally strategizing, a plan that could yield significant results, and he gave some details that got Ridge agitated. Maybe Justin has eventually discovered a loophole that could challenge Carter authority and put an end to this LLC preemption dilemma. This might give sapience into Steffy plan, which could lead to a significant reversal. It's possible that Steffy's strategy involving Daphne could boomerang, allowing Justin to step up as the idol for the Forresters sooner rather than latterly. There seems to be an unforeseen shift in Ridge's station, suggesting he's auspicious about Justin's plans. The Forresters are likely compensating Justin free-heartedly to break their issues, so let's stopgap he delivers for them in the future. Steffy might be a bit too confident regarding her own scheme, which involves breaking up Carter and Hope, and Daphne's eventuality to break their problems. Carter and Hope are brimming with overconfidence regarding their ambitious schemes, which raises the possibility that Justin might be the one to put a stop to the chaos. Anyhow, of the outgrowth, Justin is likely to reconnect as he continues to pursue this strategy, just as Ridge advised him. This could pave the way for indeed more promising developments, depending on Justin's capabilities. The ongoing commercial fermentation can't last ever, so we'll keep you streamlined with prognostications about Justin's coming moves. Forthcoming spoilers indicate that Ridge will continue to calculate on Justin to resolve issues for the Forresters, so keep an eye out for further updates. Jack will face a curveball when Lee forces him to answer a question that's always visited her. Lee has supposedly been suspicious for times about an affair between Jack and Poppy, so she's eventually ready to get to the bottom of this. Since Lee proved Tom was Aunt Luna's father, she's got a strong hunch that Jack is the father rather. Poppy just landed on the hot seat, but it won't be long until Jack joins her there. During the week of January 20th to 24th, Lee will caff both Poppy and Jack about the sleazy fling she believes they had. Will Lee manage to pry an infidelity admission out of Jack and Poppy during this discussion? Anyhow, Lee knows Poppy slept around back also and will remain convinced that Jack could be a biopater possibility, so she'll drive for a maternity test to settle the matter. It looks like Lee will demand one on the spot that she administers herself. That way, there's no room for funny business. Since Lee's formerly got Luna's blood sample there in her office, it'll be simple enough to get a DNA sample from Jack and move forward with the test. The maternity results will ultimately be revealed, but will they deliver the outgrowth that Lee expects? It's possible that Jack will indeed be the biopater and have to face the verity that he's been avoiding for so long. Still, it's also possible someone differently is Luna's natural father rather. Maybe someone who Lee's relatively close to. It'd be harsh for Poppy to have gotten pregnant by her consanguineous whoreson, but that would also explain why she's been so reticent to come clean all these times. Finn used to have cotillion parties and study breaks with Poppy back when he was in council, since they both lived with Lee and Jack. It's clear that Finn was nearly bizarrely close to Poppy, so did they ever have a one-night stage? Perhaps one involving medicines, alcohol, or both. They has always laid the route for this twist if they ever wanted to go there. It's just a matter of whether they'll really deign to such a libelous position. Whatever the case, it seems certain that Luna is indeed a Finnegan, so we'll see whether it's proven that she's Jack's son or not. Still, Lee may eventually figure out that the verity is more horrible than she could have imagined, if Jack is Aunt Luna's father. That said, there's still a chance that the simplest answer is the right one, so we should count Jack out as the biopater. Moreover, the moment of verity is on the way, so stick with us for further maternity prognostications and updates on the huge news that's brewing.